Well, Chris Shepherd, here we are at Villa 25. I can actually feel the calmness and the ambience and the sort of peace, I suppose, and tranquility. And there are people in the world who would say, I want Chris's job because this must be the most enviable job in the world, being the general manager or manager here at Villa 25. So why don't you tell me all about what is Villa 25 Onefate in Vanuatu?
Thank you, John. Yes, it is. There's a long list of people that would like the job, and I get asked on a daily basis if I'm leaving. It's a great job, boutique luxury resort, one of the few of its kind in Vanuatu, the standard that's managed. Absolute waterfront, which is just spectacular. It's a small 3 villas, 2 bedrooms, cooking facilities in each villa, cooking facilities down here, which is the Luana area, which is a gathering area, so communal for everyone. We have a private chef that comes in, and she'll come in and cook in the Luana for people as they want, about the same price as eating out. Everything we do, we try and manage, we try and tailor their experience here, we do their activities for them, the divers will pick them up off our beach. They haven't dived before, they'll bring them into our pool and get them going in the pool before they take them out to sea. We have helicopter transfers. The helicopter lands just at our gate here, so it's perfect. They get picked up from the airport and beautiful scenic flight and come into Villa 25. Or our driver, Willie, will go and pick them up from the airport and brings them here via the supermarket. So they get everything they need. They get here, they just completely unwind and relax. We organise everything for them once they're here. So I catch up with them each day, once a day, in the mornings usually, and see what they want to do, if they want restaurants booked or activities booked, and that way we make sure it happens. Dream Cove being a gated community, the drivers can't get in there, so it's easier for me to arrange things and make sure that they get picked up here and it all happens.
So now, Chris, you told me there are only 3 villas here. I mean, that's a really exclusive place to be. So you end up with 3 sets of like-minded people who are here just to relax and be calm and enjoy themselves right on the beach here at Villa 25. The 3 villas are the same, and what facilities do they have within them?
Yes, they are the same, all identical. 2 bedrooms in each, bathroom, cooking facilities, and full-size fridge, freezer, dishwasher, and air conditioning and fans. So they can either be rented out individually, so people can come and take them as they want and have 3 different lots of people here, or a lot of people take the whole place, and it sleeps up to 12. So you come with a family, a group of friends, corporates, we've got weddings here. So it's very versatile in how we work it.
So it's effectively you're renting your own private resort.
Yeah, absolutely.
For 12 people, set in 3 villas, so you're not living on top of each other, so grandma, grandpa, whatever, couples can be separate. You're not going to be with the kids all the time.
No.
And then you've got this awesome swimming pool with an infinity edge that is perched right on the edge of the bay here. What's the bay called?
This is Melly Bay.
Melly Bay, with stunning views. So when the cruise ships come in, you can see the cruise ships come past and sit here and drink gin and tonics. And
yeah, it is great. And the parents can sit here and the kids can be in the pool. The parents don't have to pack things up and go somewhere to watch the kids, so it's perfect. Individually, we don't do children under 15, but if they take the whole place, they can have as many kids as they want.
Yeah, because I mean, if they're under 15, there's other couples here, then it might be a bit too much.
Right.
Yes, okay. Now, for people who are coming to stay here, because essentially the villas are self-catering, whilst you've got the chef, you can book the chef to come here and cook what I'm sure is an awesome dinner, and he has a menu I'm sure that you can order from. How do people actually get their sort of groceries and their supplies?
So when they come in from the airport with our driver, if they come with our driver, or if they come by helicopter, he takes them back to the supermarket afterwards. And it's a huge supermarket, they can get everything they need there. There's a fruit and vegetable market in town, which is stunning and very colourful, and so you get a lot of very fresh produce there. Great beef on the island, you get that at the supermarket. Great fresh fish, poulet and tuna, plentiful, so it's very easy.
And high quality as well, because it's not frozen, it's fresh.
No, it's all fresh, straight out of the sea. Yeah.
So the guests here can either they can buy their beers and wines from you, and I know from looking at your list you've got a pretty exclusive and very sort of erudite list of fine wines, which is great, okay, and a really good selection. But they can also buy alcohol and beer, spirits, whatever, supermarkets will bring it in, yes?
Yes, they definitely can, and they can buy it in duty free. The wine, we have a selection here that is very reasonably priced. We don't put much markup on it. It's just here so that people have a taste of some really good wine, and it's easy to get when they run out of their own.
Now, Chris, when I've got over the first couple of days of lying in the sun and doing nothing, which sounds to me like a pretty good activity, you know, I'm the sort of person that would want to do things. So what sort of things could guests do when they come and stay here?
There's a lot to do here, and like you say, you can have a couple of days of doing nothing, you can have 7 days of doing nothing, or you can have 7 days of doing something every day. With the Cascade Falls being an easy reach with our driver who takes them up to the Cascades and then on up to the Summit Gardens for lunch, beautiful cafe, which is straight across our bay and looks back across here, and the views are spectacular. That's licensed as well. There's around the island trip you can do with our driver. Helicopter scenic flights, day trips to Tanna by fixed wing, and you land right at the volcano. You fly around the volcano and then you drive up right up to the volcano. It's spectacular. Diving, as I mentioned before, we can do diving. They'll pick up off our beach here and they'll come into the pool, get people diving if they haven't dived before, get them used to using the gear, and then take them out and attach to them for an intro dive, which is really good. And the dive spots off Dream Cove and off Villa 25 here are spectacular with turtles and dugongs, and so it's really good.
Because even though we're close to Port Vila, we're only like 5 minutes from Port Vila, or maybe 10 minutes at the most, okay? The ocean here is absolutely crystal clear. There's no pollution. You can snorkel. In fact, a couple just went snorkeling off the beach here now. So you're right on the doorstep of great snorkeling. So you don't have to get in the van and go 25 minutes to some good beaches.
No, we're very lucky. We have a lot of people, boats bringing tourists here for snorkeling. So our snorkeling is amongst the best on the island. So we're very lucky.
Well, Chris, the sort of people that come here as well, I imagine that, you know, they're sort of business, corporate, you know, fairly affluent sort of people, okay? So there's a fair chance that they want to keep in touch with the world. Not necessarily that we want them to because they need to relax, but they probably need to. So what about Wi-Fi? And I'm not sure what the situation here is with mobile phone coverage either.
Wi-Fi we have throughout the property, so it's in every villa and in the communal area here as well, and around the pool.
And is that free Wi-Fi or?
Free Wi-Fi,
Wow.
so they lock straight into it. We're now connected to Fiji, underwater cable from Fiji, so our speed has increased, so it's great. And we also provide a mobile phone in each villa, so every villa has a mobile phone with 500 Vanuatu on it, which is enough to make quite a lot of local calls. And it has my number programmed into it, it has Willie's number, our driver, and Abel, our other driver. They're all programmed into it as well, so they can get hold of
amazing.
anyone. They take the phone with them if they have any problems when they're in town, if they get lost, if they're anything at all, any questions, they just pick it up and call them.
So is that a sort of an example of the loving, caring approach of this place in terms of that you want people to have a good time and you want them to feel comfortable at all times so you can communicate with them? I've never heard of anyone giving a mobile phone with credit on it. That's amazing.
Absolutely. You know, Vanuatu is a third world country and we love it and it's beautiful, but for some people they're a little out of their depth, or maybe they just have a query or they get lost. We ensure that they have the best experience while they're here, and we try and stop those things, anything happening that could interfere with that.
Well, thank you for your time today, and thank you for allowing me to come here to Villa 25 and experience what is an absolutely superb location. It's modern, it's contemporary, and yet it's clearly we're in Vanuatu, and it's hard to imagine a better location in Vanuatu than right here on the beach, on the bay.
Thank you, John. We're very lucky. It's been great having you here, and we have got a lovely product. Makes it pretty easy.
So how can people find out about Villa 25? Okay, so you imagine somebody sitting in their, I don't know, their office or their home in London, and it's pouring with rain, and they're thinking about an idyllic holiday in somewhere that's not spoilt and it's got lovely people. How would they come across Villa 25?
We've got a great website, John, www.villa25.vu. They can go on there, that's got all the information, lots of good images, and also an availability calendar there, which is always accurate and up to date, so they can go straight on there and see exactly what's available. And they can also book through our website. And we have a Facebook page too that's got
Excellent.
lots of great photos on. We put photos on every few days of what's happening here and the weather.
And you're also listed with lots of the major online travel agencies and the wholesalers and retailers.
For sure.
Because I know I spoke to a couple just before, and they booked through Flight Centre in the UK.
Ah, right, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, so they found you in the UK, and they just said to me, "This is absolute paradise." They, you know, it came over well on the website and the booking sites and so on. But they got here, they were just wowed by it. So that's quite an accolade, isn't it?
It is. We're very lucky, and TripAdvisor also is a great place to go. And there's some good guest photos on there and some great comments. So that's a good place to look.